Hello there, EDISON players. Welcome back to another tournament match review. Today we are doing round 2 of our ELLO February tournament that was held last weekend. On the right we're gonna see Jeremy, who is a returning player. He recently picked up EDISON. Although that's not entirely true, because in 2010 he was actually top 4 at the Belgian National Championship. So it's nice to see him return to the game after so many years. And on the left we have Niels. Niels, a familiar face at the ELLO locals. Also did stuff back in 2010. I think he topped twice his Bokum with Blackwings, top 4 or top 8, something like that. But today he is on something spicy. He is on Assault Mode Vayu Heroes. Future Fusion revealing Absolute Zero, sending the Diva and the Malicious. And Jeremy, as you can see, is on Gladiator Beasts, a deck that he was on back in the day as well. Not sure whether he actually topped with that one. Yeah. Mind Control is gonna grab the Bestiary, so maybe Niels has a Diva in hand and wants to play around, what's it called, the War Chariot. Because this 3 back row is not doing anything yet. We're gonna see Malicious come out. And normal summon Arcane Apprentice or Assault Apprentice. Not entirely sure what it's called, but it's gonna get hit with the Compulse. So Jeremy not even gonna give Niels the chance to search for the Assault Mode activate. And Miracle Fusion is gonna banish the Malicious as well as the Diva from the grave. Yeah, the Bestiary not able to attack here. It's a bit of a pity for Niels that he has no way to convert it, seemingly not even attacking with the Absolute Zero. Yeah, I get it, because if it were to run into Deep Prison Mirror Force, then this Absolute Zero had like no value. But now Jeremy has to clear it. If he has another Gladiator Beast monster, he could Contact Fuse for the Kizarus. Yeah, normal summons the Flarebuary. I remember seeing this match and Niels was telling the opponent, hey, you should probably set that just to play around Bottomless. So yeah, Jeremy still a bit rusty, but glad to see him back. And here is indeed the Thesaurus, but Niels has Solemn Judgment. Yeah, that's a solemn worth paying for. And unfortunately, that is gonna end Jeremy's turn, looks like. So that's 1 turn on Future Fusion. Niels seemingly setting a back row and passing the turn. Yeah, not risking any battle traps for his Absolute Zero. I get that. See, Elemental Hero Prisma coming down for Jeremy. That is going to reveal the Gizaurus send the Bestiary from deck to hand. And here is a Test Tiger, so probably gonna attack the Prisma out into Darius. Yeah, here is that boy. And special summoning back the bestiary from the graveyard. All good so far. Let's try again for the Gizarus. No Horn of Heaven shenanigans, so no summon negates. But I'll double check the effect of the Absolute Zero. And it's gonna pop both Future Fusion and Absolute Zero and has the War Chariot for the destruction effect. So pretty good. Is he going to risk the attack? No. Playing it slow and controlled. Three back row now. How many of those are real? Normal summon Stratos. Is there a torrential? Doesn't look like it. Adding the Prisma. Yeah, now Jeremy is in a situation where he could take the risk, and if it pays off, he just wins. But instead, he's gonna switch Gizarus to defense mode, and Stratos is gonna connect for 18. So, yeah, Niels pretty low on life points. Adding another back row. Yeah. Setting a monster. That must be pretty frustrating for Jeremy. Like, a heavy storm or a cold wave could do it. Stratos is gonna run into Mirror Force. That's fine, that's Mirror Force gone. Now he could put the Gizarus back into a tag position. Yep. It only has like 15 defense, I believe. And Niels has return, is gonna pay 1100 life points. Yeah, that is gonna be a nice synchro 8 if this return connects. Looks like it does. Flip summon the Arcane Apprentice. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's probably gonna be Stardust Dragon. Yep. Arcane Apprentice effect, adding the Assault mode activate. And that's a card Jeremy has to read. I don't blame him. You don't see this every day. And another 8. Thought Ruler. Yeah. So this is great. This pretty much insulates you against anything. Rota for maybe Armageddon Knights. Yep, Armageddon Knight indeed. And that is gonna get hit with War Chariots. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Dark Arm Dragon is live now. Oh, disgusting. Yeah. Yeah. Banish Armageddon Knight. Pop the Gizarus. Pop the back row. That's Deep Prison. And there's a Miracle Fusion. Oh, stop it, Niels. He's already dead. You have to play around Gores, I suppose. That is 25. Jeremy keeps bluffing the Gores, but here's another 25. 27 from the Thought Ruler. There is no Gores. Okay, so Niels will be taking the first game. Let's head into the second one. Almost there. Yeah. So Jeremy starting off with a quest, set 2 back row, and passing the turn. Is Niels gonna have a more explosive opening into 2 back row? Yeah, Dark Refer special summoned pitching Sirocco. So now we're gonna see the Blackwing engine, well, the Vayu engine that the deck plays. And Refer is gonna try to punch in. And that is going to connect for 100 damage. And the nice thing about Dark Refer and Armageddon Knight in this build is that yeah, you can always send Plague Spreader Zombie in case you drew one of your bricks, your Assault Mode or Assault Mode Activate. This is a way to get a free level 6 on board. And if he has the Arcane Apprentice now, and he can instantly go for his boss monster. And there it is, yeah. Yeah, I believe this card has no reprints and is like 7 or 8 euros. Insane. What set was this? Crossroads of Chaos? Oh, no, Crimson Crisis, yeah. Assault Mode is added to the hand. Stardust Dragon is summoned. And set 1 Mysterious back row. In the end phase, Compulse on the Stardust. Okay, that is essential. Cyber Dragon immediately coming down. Normal summon Prisma. Revealing the Exaurus, sending Bestiary. Ah, Death Tiger as well. Okay. Jeremy is going big. No fear. Taking out the Prisma for the Darius. Darius Reborn's Bestiary. Immediately going for the Contact Fusion. And yeah, we could have guessed that this was not a real trap, but the Assault Mode activates. So Niels is going to be taking a lot of damage. Very aggressive push from Jeremy here. End of the battle phase, Gizaurus tagging out for Flarebuary, 2100. Checking your grave, is there anything that needs to be retiaried? Could retiari the second Sirocco? But instead, it's going to summon a quest. And I'm going to add a quest back from the graveyard. Niels double checks whether that's allowed. And apparently it is. So a pretty solid position for Jeremy now. But Niels has a few bombs in his deck. But yeah, for example, Miracle Fusion is not live. If he has Armageddon Knight, he can send another Vayu. Ah, Foolish Burial. That sends a Vayu as well. And I really like that Jeremy is taking his time to read all of the cards. As a new or returning player, that's really a golden tip. Always read cards. Make sure that there's no limitations or hidden effects. See, Malicious being sent and banished. There could be a Diva or another tuner. But 2 back row. But yeah, you have to take the risk at this point. Normal summon Diva. There could be an argument for not using Diva's effect here. But Niels does use the effect. Kinda tells me that there's a plan B. A Miracle Fusion in the hand, for example. The Gilman with a 17, so yeah, could beat over the Equest if need be. But which Synchro Monster is gonna come out? Stardust Dragon is instantly gonna be hit with Solemn Judgment. So now we're gonna see whether Niels has the Miracle Fusion, but doesn't look like it. So Gilman is gonna attack over the Equest, but we know that there's another Equest in the hand, so that should already be enough for game. Yeah, Niels sees the writing on the wall, and this game is over. 1-1, the equalizer. So we're heading into game number 3. Players are starting. And this is frightening, the assault deck going first. Because if the deck goes off, it can just summon the big guy on turn 1. Let's see whether Niels has it. Here is Deep Sea Diva. Summoning the Gilman. And just going for the Catastor, so probably no way to get to a level 8 Synchro. Ah, Android even. Okay. So Niels gonna gain some life points. At this point we're about a half an hour into the match, but it's not like he's doing this for time. At ELLO tournaments we have 5 additional turns of overtime, so yeah, that's still far, far away. Jeremy with 4 back row and a set monster. That's intimidating. Dust Tornado is gonna take out the Book of Moon. Okay. Is this android gonna run into a battle trap? Or potentially a compulse? We did see that in the deck. Niels is taking some time, but he's taking the risk as well. And indeed runs into Compulse. So Jeremy might have free reign to attack. Ah, but here's Armageddon Knight. I don't think this deck is on Necrogarna. But maybe Blake could be a good send as well. Malicious. Yeah, sending the Blake. Is Blake gonna be used? Yes, it is. So Niels is going for a level 6 Synchro Monster. Yeah, Goyo probably, just for the high attack, but runs into Bottomless. Okay, this seemes like a bit of a weak spot, so here's Hoplomus. Yeah, Death Tiger, gonna tag out the Hoplomus, maybe into Bestiary. Yeah, Niels showing his graveyard, but there's nothing there. And indeed, Bestiary, is it gonna run into a Bottomless? Yes, it is. Luckily, the other back row was targeted. didn't quite see what it was. But yeah, losing the Bestiari, that's always feels bad, always feels bad. So unless Jeremy has another monster, he's gonna have to pass turn. Yeah, he's indeed shuffling his deck, so probably no other monster in the hand, just gonna have to pass. And now Jeremy is showing weakness. Can Niels capitalize on that? No, just passing. Jeremy setting and passing. Mystic Mind gameplay here. Setting and passing. Here is Giant Trunade. Niels preparing for a big play. Looks like he was gonna discard. Is there a Greffer? Yep. And nothing on the summon. Normal summon Diva. That's gonna be big. Yeah, because that's gonna be a level 6 and a level 8 synchro if Niels wants to. I believe no more cards in hand though. So is this just going to be Stardust Briamek? There is the Stardusts. And here is the Briamek. That's gonna be a lot of damage. 23, 25. But now Jeremy can set his whole hand again. All the back row we previously saw. Here is a Flarebuary, 3 sets behind it. That has to be scary. He's just gonna set 1 and pass turn. Okay, not gonna run the risk. Jeremy adding another back row and passing. But Niels has brain control. Oh man. Yeah, Now he can freely attack without fear of Mirror Force. But here is the Mirror Force. Yeah, Stardust is gonna negate. But yeah, now Flarebuary and Briamek can just attack for game. Yeah, nothing there. War Chariots. Yeah, maybe last turn he could have Test Tigered for Murmillo, and then War Chariot the Stardust Dragon. Was that possible? Anyway, that was another match of our ELO tournament. Guys, I was Ryan Ellis. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Bye.